Hello, little adventurers! Welcome to our bedtime story channel. Tonight, I have an exciting tale to share with you. It's called The Adventures of Anthony the Brave Ant. So snuggle up in your cozy blankets, close your eyes, and let your imagination take you on a magical journey. Are you ready? Let's begin. In a peaceful little corner of the woods, nestled beneath towering oak trees and along the soft earth, lived an ant colony that thrived in the bustling world beneath the forest floor. This was not just any colony, but a kingdom of hard-working ants who spent their days gathering food, building tunnels, and taking care of their queen. Among them lived a little ant named Anthony. Though small, Anthony had something special that set him apart from the others. He was curious, adventurous, and had the heart of a hero. Anthony, unlike the other ants who were content with their daily routines, often found himself staring out at the world beyond their anthill, wondering what lay past the towering blades of grass and fallen leaves. He dreamed of grand adventures, where he could explore the unknown and discover things no ant had ever seen before. "Why do you always stare off like that?" Anthony asked his friend Bella, a hard-working ant who always stayed busy gathering food for the colony. "I want to see what's out there," Anthony said, gesturing towards the woods. "I bet there's a whole world of amazing things beyond what we know. I just have to find it." Bella shook her head. "The world outside is dangerous, Anthony. Birds, spiders, and other creatures could easily harm a small ant like you. It's safer to stay here, close to the colony." But Anthony wasn't convinced. His sense of adventure only grew stronger every day. He knew he was meant for something more than carrying leaves back and forth. He wanted to be a hero, to protect the colony and discover great treasures. One sunny morning, as Anthony gathered crumbs near the edge of the forest, he noticed something unusual. Among the fallen leaves lay a shiny golden seed, unlike anything he had ever seen. It shimmered in the sunlight, almost glowing. Anthony's eyes widened in excitement. He had to bring it back to the colony. But as he tried to lift the seed, a shadow passed over him. A giant beetle, with gleaming black armor, skittered towards the seed. The beetle was enormous compared to Anthony, its mandibles clacking menacingly. "That seed is mine," the beetle hissed, towering over Anthony. Anthony gulped. This was his moment to be brave, to stand up for his colony. "No. This seed could feed the colony for days. I need to take it back to my queen." The beetle laughed, its large legs clicking as it took a step closer. "Do you really think a tiny ant like you can stop me?" Anthony's heart raced. He was much smaller than the beetle, but he remembered something his mother had told him sometimes: bravery is more important than size. He puffed out his chest and stood tall. "You'll have to get through me first." Just as the beetle lunged forward, Anthony darted beneath it, using his small size to his advantage. He scurried around the beetle's legs, confusing the larger creature. The beetle turned in circles, trying to catch the quick little ant, but Anthony was too fast. In a moment of bravery, he dashed forward, grabbed the golden seed, and took off towards the anthill, leaving the beetle behind. When Anthony returned to the anthill with the golden seed, the entire colony buzzed with excitement. No one had ever seen such a beautiful and precious seed before. The queen herself came forward to inspect it, her antennae twitching with curiosity. "This is no ordinary seed," the queen said, her voice soft yet commanding. "It is the golden seed of the forest. Legends say that whoever finds it will be granted great power, but it must first be planted in the heart of the forest, where the oldest tree grows." Anthony's eyes widened. "Does that mean?" The queen nodded. "Yes, young Anthony. You must take this seed to the heart of the forest. It is a dangerous journey, but I believe you are brave enough to succeed." Anthony's heart pounded with excitement. This was the adventure he had been waiting for, and accepted the seed, promising to return once the task was done. The next day, Anthony set out on his journey. The forest was vast and filled with dangers, just as Bella had warned him. He climbed over fallen branches, crossed streams, and avoided the sharp thorns of bramble bushes. Everywhere he looked, there were new wonders and hidden dangers. As the day wore on, Anthony began to feel the weight of the task ahead of him. The heart of the forest was far away, and he was just a tiny ant. Could he really make it all the way there on his own? Suddenly, a rustling noise caught his attention. Anthony froze in his tracks, his antennae twitching. From the shadows emerged a large spider, its many eyes glinting in the dim light. Well, what do we have here?" the spider said, its voice like a whisper on the wind. "A little ant, all alone in the big forest. You'll make a fine meal." Anthony's heart raced. He couldn't let the spider stop him, not when he was so close to completing his mission. Thinking quickly, he grabbed a nearby leaf and used it as a shield. The spider lunged, but Anthony dodged and ran, using the leaf to protect himself from the spider's strikes. Just when it seemed like the spider had him cornered, Anthony spotted a small hole in a nearby tree. Without hesitation, he squeezed through the hole, escaping the spider's reach. The spider hissed in frustration, but Anthony was safe. He took a deep breath and continued on his journey, more determined than ever. After what felt like days of traveling, Anthony finally reached the heart of the forest. There, standing tall and proud, was the oldest tree in the woods. Its trunk was massive, and its branches stretched high into the sky, disappearing into the canopy above. This was the place the queen had spoken of. With great care, Anthony placed the golden seed in the soft earth at the base of the tree. As soon as the seed touched the ground, something incredible happened. The earth trembled, and the tree began to glow with a soft, golden light. The branches seemed to stretch even higher, and the leaves shimmered with a magical energy. Anthony watched in awe as the magic of the seed spread throughout the forest. With his mission complete, Anthony began the journey back to the anthill. He was tired and sore from his adventure, but his heart was filled with pride. He had done it. He had completed the queen's task and saved the colony. When he returned to the anthill, the entire colony gathered to greet him. The queen smiled down at him, her eyes filled with pride. "Anthony, you have done a great service to the colony," she said. "Thanks to your bravery, you are truly a hero." The other ants cheered, lifting Anthony onto their shoulders and carrying him through the tunnels in celebration. From that day on, Anthony was known as Anthony the Brave. Though he was small, his heart was as big as the entire forest, and his courage would be remembered for generations to come. And so Anthony the Brave continued to live in the anthill, always ready for the next adventure, always dreaming of the wonders that lay beyond the forest's edge. And that, little adventurers, is the story of Anthony the Brave Ant. Remember, no matter how small you may feel, bravery and kindness can make you a hero. Sweet dreams and stay adventurous.